When we talk about two persons, we use the preposition between. But here we are talking about the students. There are many students. So it is not between, it will be among. There are three types of articles and it is categorized into two. Identify the error and writing the same thing, it doesn't give or it doesn't fetch any marks. You need to rewrite the complete sentence. Hello everyone, I'm Babita Tamaya, lecturer, Department of English, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Mysuru. In my previous session, I had discussed about the comprehension, that is reading comprehension. So what is comprehension? Comprehension is just reading a couple of paragraphs and trying to understand its meaning and answering a set of questions. That was about comprehension. In my today's session, I'll be discussing about articles and prepositions. Without further ado, let's begin the session. So you all know there are three types of articles. So how many types of articles are there? There are three types of articles. Which are the three types of articles? It is a, and the. So these are the three articles. These three articles are subdivided into two articles, that is definite article and indefinite article. So there are three types of articles and it is categorized into two. Which are the two? One is indefinite article, and the other one is definite article. So, which articles comes under the definite article? It is a and an. A and an is indefinite article and the is the definite article. So, there are three articles a and the, and it is subdivided or categorized into two divisions, that is indefinite article and definite article. Now let's see what's all about. Before countable or singular nouns referring to people or things that have not already been mentioned. So here it is, I'm talking about the countable nouns or singular nouns which is not been already mentioned. So when I say countable nouns, so it is a bunch of students. There are so many students in the class. It is countable. We can get the total strength of the class by taking a count. A teacher. So how many teachers are there in a faculty room? So we can count and tell the total number of faculty. Those are the countable nouns. So it is used before the countable and the singular nouns. And here what happens? What it says? What about the nouns here? You know what is noun? Noun refers to a place, things, animals and so on. So for all these things we use the article a before uncountable nouns and those have an adjective in front of them or a phrase following them. So uncountable nouns it's like now sugar, stars, we cannot count it. Mustard, it's not possible for us to count. Stars, there are many. Which star to count? It's not possible. There also we use the articles or else that is in front of the adjective also. So when I say adjective, a red rose is beautiful. So here adjective means to say that it modifies. So here the red rose is modified saying that it is beautiful. So in this way the articles are used here. So for example, when are we going to use the article a and how? So in English, how many alphabets are there? So put together there are 26 alphabets. How many alphabets are there in English? There are 26 alphabets. Out of the 26 alphabets, 21 letters are consonants. So here, how many letters are consonants? 21 letters are consonants. So when A is used before a consonant letters. So like for example, a boy. A boy. So here B. B is a consonant letter. So before a consonant letter, we use the article a. Not only that, a chair, a book. These are the words where you are using the article A, that is before the consonant letters. If you ask me, ma'am, is it only before the consonant letters? No, exactly no. So sometimes what happens, when you pronounce some words, it might be a vowel letters, but when you pronounce it, it may sound like a consonant letters. During that time also you use the article A there. For example now, when I speak about university, when I say or when I pronounce this word, what is the sound you hear here? University, U. It sounds as U, that is Y-O-U. It sounds like that, right? University, it sounds Y-O-U. When it sounds like Y, so we use the article A here. Though it is not a consonant letter, but when you pronounce it, it sounds Y. So you use the article a, university. Not only university, it's like union. Union here, U is a vowel, but when it pronounces it, it sounds Y. So you use the article a, union. One more example I would like to give, that is one-eyed man. One-eyed man. So again, you might ask, O is not a consonant. It is not a consonant letter. Then which article you are going to use there? You are going to use the article A, because when you pronounce this word one, wa, it sounds wa, that is W. When it sounds W, so W is a consonant. So you use the article a, one-eyed man. In the same way, a 1 rupee coin. Again, when you pronounce one, it sounds W. So you use the article a 1 rupee coin. Being a vowel letter, you'll not use the article and there. Use the article A because the pronunciation, when you pronounce the word, it sounds W or Y. So use the article A there. This is about the article A. So now you might question, how are you going to use the article an? So as I told, out of 26 letters, 21 letters are consonants. Then what are the remaining letters? The remaining letters are vowels. So which are the remaining letters here? That is A, E, I, O, U. So these are the vowel letters. So how many vowel letters are there? There are 5 vowel letters. So when we use the article an here, an is used before the vowel letters. When are we going to use an? It is before the vowel letters. Now for example, if I say apple. Apple. Here A is a vowel, as I told. A is a vowel letter. So we use the article an here. An apple. If I take egg. Again, E is a vowel. So we use the article an egg. So ice cream. When I say ice cream, ice. I is a vowel. So we use the article an. On onion. When I say onion, it is O again. It's a vowel letter. We use the article an. So in this way, we use the article A and an. But I have one more thing to say you to make it very clear. It is not only before the vowel letters you use the article an. Sometimes the letter which is silent and the next letter will be pronounced. So what happens at that time also you use the article an. For example, hard. When I say R, we don't pronounce it as hard. We pronounce it as R. So here H will be silent. H is a silent letter. When H is silent, we go to the next letter, that is O. So here as per the rules, O is a vowel. So when it is a vowel letter, we use the article "an" before it. It's an hour. When I say honest, we don't pronounce it as honest. We pronounce it as honest. Again, it's O, H is silent. So we use the article "an honest." An honest. So hope I'm clear with the article a and an. When to use a and when to use an. So a is used before the consonant letters, before the countable or the singular nouns. A is used not only before the consonant and the singular nouns, sometimes before the vowel letters also, but it will be pronounced as Y or Va. So we'll consider it as a consonant letter and we will use the article a. When it comes to an, we will use it before the vowel letters, that is A, E, I, O, U. Not only the words beginning with the vowel letters, sometimes the words which starts with H but it is a silent letter, we consider the next letter and write or use the article an. So moving on to the next one, that is the article the. When are we going to use the article the? To refer to somebody, something that has already been mentioned. So when are we going to use the article the? To refer to somebody or something that has been already referred. If I say that I'm standing in front of the camera, I'm saying something. So it means to say that somebody is there. I'm talking about something there. To refer to somebody, something that is only one, normally one and obvious one. So it means to say that I'm talking about one person, and if I say an old man was walking, and again I repeat the same thing in the next line, it is repeating, I'm referring to the same person. So if it is a consonant letter or a vowel letter, you will not use the article a or an there, because I'm referring to the same person, I'm talking about the same person about something else. So use the article the there. The is used in front of superlative degrees. So do you know what is superlative degree? There are 3 degrees, that is positive, comparative and superlative degree. For example, good, better, best. Best is the superlative degree. Tall, taller, tallest. Fast, faster, fastest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. So when it comes to the fastest, tallest, prettiest, more beautiful, most beautiful, for all these things we use the article the, that is before the superlative degree. So it is not only before the superlative degrees, sometimes with the designation. So it means to say that the principal, the editor, say the policeman, the managing director. So there is a designation. So before the designation also we use the word the. And in the same way, before the oceans or the seas, the Arabian Sea, the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Before the holy books like the Bible, the Quran, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. So before all this we use the article the. These are the few things where you use the article. Not only that, when you talk about the directions, that is the east, the north, the south, the west. When you talk about the universe, that is the sun, the moon, the stars, you use the article the there. So these are few of the things where you use the article the. Let's move on to the next slide where you will get to know how to use the article a, an and the. So here is a small paragraph where you're supposed to use the articles. I've written the answer over there and I have underlined it. Just go through with the answer and you will get to know where you have to use the article a, an and the. So here, note the use of underlined words in the following paragraph. So please make a note of the underlined words in a paragraph. Once an old hermit saw a kite catching a little mouse. So here, once an old. Why have used an here? in the sense O is a vowel letter. So before the vowel letters we use the article an. So it is an old hermit saw a kite. I'm talking about one singular thing. I'm mentioning about the thing particularly there. So it is kite. K is a consonant letter. So I have used the article a. Catching a little mouse. Again L. L is a consonant letter. So article A is used. In the next sentence, he felt sorry for the mouse. Why have written the mouse here? Why the is written there? Because already I have spoken about mouse in the first sentence itself. I am referring to I am talking about the same mouse in the second sentence. As I have told in the beginning itself, when the is used, when we refer to the same thing more than once, we use the article the. So I am referring about the same mouse here in the second sentence. So article the is used. He took an apple and threw it at the kite. An apple, an apple. Here A is a vowel. So we use the article an here. And threw it at the kite. Why the kite here? Because the kite is already mentioned. Has spoken about kite in the first sentence. So when it is repeated again and again, we use the article the. See again, it's connected to here. The kite dropped the mouse. Again, I'm talking about the mouse. So it is the mouse in fear and flew away. Then the hermit. Hermit, it's here. It refers to the same hermit. So the hermit picked up the mouse and by his holy power changed it into a young maiden. So here young maiden, nowhere it is written in a paragraph or mention. Young, here Y is a consonant letter. So article A is used. I have one more example here. So fill in the blanks with a, an or the. No option is given here, but you need to read the sentence and fill the blanks there. So let's see one by one. He is dash youngest in the family. So youngest, just see this word youngest. As I told, you use the article the when you talk about or when it is mentioned about the superlative degrees. So here young, younger, youngest. I'm talking about the youngest one, shortest, tallest, fastest, like that. It's youngest. So he is the youngest in the family. Anu is looking for job. So there is a blank here. She is not looking for many jobs. She is looking for only one job, a singular thing. So Anu is looking for a job. Could you close dash door, please? Here the door is open. So could you close the door? It's specified there. What is the thing there? The door is open. So could you please close the door? Anil is dash optician. So here O is a vowel letter. So we use the article an. Anil is an optician. Dr. Shankar is dash dentist. Here talking about one singular person. So Dr. Shankar is a dentist. Next one. My friend is MLA. Here most of the students make mistake while writing the answer for this. When I say MLA, it sounds A, yum. MLA, it sounds A there. So you use the article an here, an MLA. Raju is in dash class. So he's nowhere around. He is inside. So Raju is in the class. He's sitting inside the class. Have you ever visited dash Andaman Islands. So here, as I told, I'm talking about the island. I'm specifying. So it is the. Have you ever visited the Andaman Islands? Please bring dash kilogram of apples. So here K is a consonant. Please bring a kilogram of apples. Mara did not have any teeth on dash right side of his mouth. Here I am specifying about what? Specifying that he had no teeth on the right side. So it is on the right side. It's specified, it's mentioned which side he doesn't have the teeth. That is on the right side. He doesn't have the teeth in his mouth. So this is all about the articles. There are 3 articles, a, an, and the. It is categorized into 2, definite and indefinite, and you got to know when to use article a, an, and the. Let's move on to the next one, that is prepositions. Prepositions or prepositions, both is fine. So when are we going to use this preposition? Prepositions are the words which are used to connect different nouns, pronouns and phrases in a sentence. So where are you supposed to use it? How it is connected? It is connected when we talk about one subject or 2 subjects, that is a different nouns, pronouns or phrases. At that time we use the preposition. So now for example, I am standing in front of you. So here there are 2 things connected here. I is the one and you is the another subject. When 2 subjects or 2 objects are connected, we call it as preposition. In simple words, preposition is a word which shows position between 2 objects and subjects. Just now I gave an example to make it very simple. What it shows? It shows position between 2 objects or subjects. 2 things. Talk about 2 things or 2 objects. So now there is a paragraph here which I have picked from your textbook. So this paragraph is from your textbook. That is the 3rd chapter around the medicinal creeper. So the words are underlined. I have identified the preposition and I have underlined. Just I'll read it out so that you will get an idea. There are lots of prepositions. Not only these many, there are many more. So like across, beside, besides, of, beneath, across, below. All these are known as preposition. So let's see what is here. A coffee seed bed has to be protected from the sun. What has to be protected? Coffee seed. From where it has to be protected? It has to be protected from the sun. Where it has to be protected? It has to be protected from the sun. And what to be protected? It is the coffee seed bed. By putting up a shade over it. How it is protected? By putting a shade. Shade over what? Shade over the coffee bed. Putting over it. Once we were erecting a bamboo frame for such a shade and we needed something with. Why the bamboo frame is necessary? It is necessary for such a shade and we need something with which we could tie the cane pieces. So here, why it is necessary? So that it can be tied with the cane pieces are placed across the coffee bed. So we sent Sanna to get some creepers. So whom they have sent? They have sent Sanna to get what and from where? To get creepers from where? From the forest. From where is getting the creepers? Is getting the creepers from the forest to protect the coffee bed. He brought a whole bundle. Mara opened the bundle and while shifting, he suddenly looked at 1. So what did he do? He brought a bundle of creepers and while opening, he looked at, what did he look at? He looked at one of the creepers and scolded Sana. He looked at a creeper and he started scolding Sana. Hey, why did you pluck this? You fool. So these are the few words which I have picked from your textbook. So if you keep reading your textbook and you will get to know what is the preposition and you can just underline the preposition in your textbook, because most of the time what happens in the sense, the questions will be picked from your textbook itself. The articles or the prepositions, whatever you write, that it is from your textbook itself. It is from your chapters, whatever the chapters you have in your textbook, from that only they'll pick the questions. So here, articles and prepositions will be not asked separately. Both combined together, they'll compile the both and then they frame a question. When you attend this question, you should be very careful to answer, because you have to write articles as well as prepositions. There is no separate question. It is one single paragraph where you have to identify the preposition or the articles and then you need to write the answer. Moving to the next one. So here, identify preposition in the following sentences and underline them. So I have given you few questions. You need to read the question and you have to underline the preposition here. He threw the ball across the court. So here, which is the preposition here? He threw the ball. He threw the ball across the court. That is out of the court. Across is the preposition. They drove along the road. Where did they drive? Along. It's along the road. They drove along the road. Come and sit next to me. Next. Come and sit next to me. Please don't be angry with me. With. Please don't be angry with me. Sometimes you might get a question like this also. So the questions will be given. You need to read the question and identify the preposition and you have to answer. In this way also they might ask, or in the other way, both articles and preposition, they'll compile together and frame a paragraph also. You should be ready to answer in any of the ways. Next, here there are some prepositions. See here, fill in the blanks with appropriate preposition from the brackets. You can see the prepositions inside the brackets. You need to read the sentence and then answer the questions. Let's see the first one. Revati, go and sit. There are two words here. Beside, besides. Shobha. So in the bracket, you can see two words, beside and besides. So in the same way, you'll be having a set of 6 questions. That is A, B, C, D, E, like that you'll be having questions. And it will be in the same thing. You need to just read the sentence and you should be knowing the meaning first, then so that it will be easy for you to write the answer. So now there are 2 words. It's similar. When I pronounce it, it is beside and besides. Only one thing is there is a S here. One letter extra, that is S. But the meaning also is different. When I say beside, this beside it means to say that next to me, sit next to me, or keep your bag beside you. Beside in the sense next. What is the meaning of besides there? I am a good teacher beside a responsible citizen. Apart from a teacher, I am a teacher. Apart from a teacher, what I am? I am a responsible citizen. That is besides. So what is the correct answer for this question here now? Revati, go and sit beside. This is the answer. Beside. Beside is next to me. So, go and sit beside Shobha. Has the train dash through or from Mysore arrived. You have two options here. One is through and the another one is from. So here what is the right answer? It is, has the train from Mysore arrived? It's not through Mysore. Through, you know the tunnel, right? So has the train crossed the tunnel and exit? Yes, it's crossing inside the tunnel and it's exiting out of the tunnel. Then you use the preposition through there. But here it is from. Has the train from Mysore arrived? Don't eat anything in between or between means as it is bad for health. Here again same thing, one different word it is in here. In between, between. So what is the right answer here? Don't eat anything in between. So in between. Don't eat anything in between meals as it is bad for health. Varun waited dash for or since and half for his sister at the bus stop. So here what is the answer? Varun waited for or since and half for his sister at the bus stop. The answer is for. For and had. Why it is not since? When are we going to use the word since or the preposition here? When I mention something about the year, then you will use the preposition since. Here I'm talking about and had, so we use the preposition for. Vidya is not afraid of anything. So Vidya is not afraid of anything. So this is how you're supposed to use the preposition. You have many like in, at, into, upon. So you will get to know it later when I start with the grammar class completely, and I will let you know in my later sessions where and when to use those kinds of preposition. So here there are few questions given here. What are we supposed to do? So correct the following sentences. So I have given a question. There are few questions, but there is an error. What is that? There is an error. You need to read the sentence and identify the error. Once you identify, you need to rewrite it. What you have to do? You have to rewrite the sentence. Identify the error and writing the same thing, it doesn't give or it doesn't fetch any marks. You need to rewrite the complete sentence. I'm stressing, you need to rewrite the complete sentence. Let's see what's the error here. The shops in the city open on 9 o'clock. So what is there? Shops in the city open on 9 o'clock. So what is the error here? The error is on. It is not on, it's at. The shops in the city open at 9 o'clock. He lives at Mumbai. Can you identify the error here? Which is the error? That is in. He lives in Mumbai. He cut an apple by a knife. He cut an apple. Is it by a knife? No, it is wrong. It is not by, it is with. He cut an apple with a knife. It has been raining since 3 hours. So, from how many hours it is raining? It is raining from 3 hours. So, it has been raining, not since, it has been raining for 3 hours. What is for in the sense? It is in the past perfect tense. It is the past perfect tense. So, it has been raining for 3 hours. As I told, since you will use it before the years like this. When the years are mentioned, at that time you use the preposition since, but not here. Distribute the mangoes between all the students. So the error here is between. When we use the word between here, when we talk about two persons, When we talk about two persons, we use the preposition between. But here we are talking about the students. There are many students. So it is not between. It will be among. It is among all the students. Distribute the mangoes among all the students. So this is all about the preposition. So you need to be very careful while answering these questions. Sometimes the answers will be given in the brackets and you need to identify the correct word and fill the blanks. Or else there will be an error in a sentence. You need to identify the error and write the complete sentence. Only then you can fetch the marks. That's all about articles and preposition. So in my next session, I'll be discussing about verb. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.